Hi folks, welcome to the show. My name's the Gliding Gladiator, but you can call me Jake, and it's my mission to infodump about everything Disney animation on the internet. And welcome back! Here we are again. See if anyone's in the chat. Alright, so today, same as last week, just kind of going to be a hodgepodge of me just doing random things while I answer questions. One of the main things I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be editing the audio for the Amphibia retrospective, as today I recorded all the review for season 1, so I've got to be editing that down so I can get to actually adding in all the footage over the next few days. And also, this morning I uploaded a video where I opened up a bunch of Muppets Lego minifigures, and I have 2 more. Just trying to get the last 2 I need, which is Miss Piggy and Animal, which hopefully I got those. And, because we loved them so much last time, I got another Frozen Mash'ems. So at some point we're going to be opening those up. But, yeah. Just, as always, if anyone is out there has any questions, leave them in the chat. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And, again, as always... If the music needs to be turned up or turned down, just let me know. And yeah, we'll just get right into it. Oh. Hello there. Hello, Lilac. Nice of you to join us today. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Turn the music up, please. Yep, you got it. I'll just give it a sec, let the next track start. How's that? I really like your reaction videos, especially Amphibia and the Owl House. I'm trying to hunt down the Muppets minifigures. I need them so much. Yeah, I did, as I explained in the video, when I got them the other day, I did go on quite a journey. I had to go to multiple stores, because the first store I went to had a bunch of them, but apparently the workers already went through and felt all the packets, and there was no Kermit. They had everyone except for Kermit. So I had to go to another store to find Kermit, and I'd search through 2 more boxes. But, it all worked out. We've got him. He's right here. Hello there, Just a Turkey. Nice of you to join us today. Hello there, Small. Lovely to see you again. Alright, so as I've already explained, but for the new people that have just arrived, mainly today it's going to be editing the audio for the first part of the Amphibia retrospective, as well as also we're going to be opening up some more Muppets Lego minifigures and another Frozen Mash'em at some point. Ooh. Hello there, Juliana. Nice of you to join us today. Quite a few new faces, actually. Get my beverage prepared. They only had 1 in store this morning, and it's just one of the little ones. So hopefully that can last us long enough. The chocolate milk returns. Indeed it does. What are your thoughts on the Electric Mayhem finally getting their own series? I am so excited. Especially since the Puppeteers have been really talking up and just talking about how much heart the series has, which is especially nice to hear, because that's... If you saw my video on why I think the Muppets haven't really been doing well the past decade, heart and music are the main things that have been missing from projects like the Muppets 2015, the Muppets 2015, and Muppets Now. But obviously, with a series about the Electric Mayhem, the music comes back, and it's great to hear that the heart is coming back. So I really think this could be something different, but exactly what the Muppets needs right now. Am I allowed to commit arson, sir? I mean... I don't condone that type of behaviour. Because I need to legally say I don't condone that kind of behaviour. But I mean, not really much I can do to stop you, is there? Oh, Guten Tag. Nice of you to join us. Hello there. Predictions for the final 2 Amphibia episodes. I have not watched the penultimate episodes yet. Basically, as soon as this is done, I'm going to record my reaction to those. So I've not seen whatever they call the first half, but I have not seen the beginning of the end. I've decided that I'm not going to watch the first half of the finale, like, you know, as a separate reaction. I want to do it all together as just one big video, because I feel like that's what Amphibia deserves, rather than splitting it up into 2 parts. Because obviously they're going to tell one big story. Predictions. I think Andreas is going to find the letter that Sprig took from Leaf, and because it's a coded message, he's going to read basically her final message to him, and that is going to cause him to switch sides and go against the core, but at the same time, he's gotta die. I'm sorry, I am dying. I'm dying on this hill exactly like Andreas has to. I'm not really sure when we're going to get into the blind bags and everything, but let's say we'll go for an hour, then we'll open up all those, then we'll continue for another hour and a half, or however long people want to keep going. I can't wait. I mean, I can wait as long as it takes for Amphibia to not be over. I am kind of in this state where I want to get out this video next weekend, and it's looking like it's going to be another hour-long retrospective. I've tried my best to, like, cut it down and try and keep it as condensed and to the point as possible. But with Amphibia, I've been going on a lot of tangents. I predict Andreas, Hot Pop, and Grime will sacrifice themselves. I don't think Grime will. Hot Pop, I really hope that doesn't happen. Because I would not be able to take it. Hey, Muppets I see. Indeed you do. Got 2 more Lego Muppets minifigures to open. Hopefully get the last 2 I'm missing, which is Miss Piggy and Animal. Because yesterday, well actually no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I bought 10 of them, made a video, unwrapping all those. And you know, just over here we have them all. Got Kermit, Rolf, Gonzo, Fozzie, Swedish Chef, Bunsen, Beaker, Janice, and Statler and Waldorf. I'm really hoping they make a series 2, so we can get Scooter, Walter, Uncle Deadly, Sam the Eagle. Almost forgot Sam the Eagle. It's like there are a lot more, and Dr. Teeth, of course. There are a lot more characters that they would have to do for a series 2. And so far, it seems like they're selling really well. Amphibia or the Owl House better? I actually posted this on Twitter. It took a lot of soul searching, but to me, I feel much more of a connection to Amphibia's story. And the Owl House is amazing. The Owl House is almost perfect, but just, it might be just because I relate a lot to Anne's journey, especially in season 1. And because of that, Amphibia's just always been able to grab me in a way that other shows just haven't. But, you know, you'll hear more about that with the upcoming retrospective. Labyrinth Runners is going to break me. No Owl House spoilers. No Owl House spoilers. Still have not watched any of the newer episodes. Yesterday, me and Vicky did watch Echoes of the Past, so that's going to be up here very shortly. And then on Sunday, we're going to try and get through a lot more. Hopefully, I want to try and get us to through the Looking Glass Ruins, because obviously we know what one that is. Who's the better villain, Belos or Andreas? I don't kind of think that's exactly fair, because we saw a lot more from Andreas. Because Andreas, we all knew there was something wrong with him. Well, not wrong, but like we knew there was something up. We knew that he was going to be, you know, an antagonist in the show. But just the extent they went to, and like even then, the amount of like twists and turns they put into his backstory and all that. I think Andreas at this point, because I haven't seen the Owl House season 2B, is a far more complex and interesting villain. Also, Andreas, it's Keith David. He has the charisma. Like, Andreas is the closest a Disney TVA show has really gotten to a classic Disney villain. I really wish he could have had a villain song, because, I mean, it's Keith David, it's Dr. Facilier. Oh god, it's... I'm gonna be honest, it is difficult. It is difficult, because, you know, with the new Owl House episodes coming out, because these are our last episodes of the Owl House, I really want to be involved in the discussion, and I have been tempted at times to just take a day, record my reactions to all the episodes, and then just do a separate video with Vicky. But it's going to be a lot of more work for me if I did that, and it's work I don't really have the time to do, because at this point I'm also trying to find an actual job, and, you know, trying to figure out where I'm going to be living once my contract runs out here, start of July. So, you know, I pretty much, once the Amphibia reactions are done, I pretty much just have the Owl House and the Ghost and Molly McGee to worry about. And once the Owl House ends, just the Ghost and Molly McGee. So I'm not going to be reacting to any new Disney TVA shows from this point on. Matt Bradley regrets not giving Andreas a song. I mean, he should. He should. The world needs more of Keith David singing. That's all I have to say on that matter. As someone who watches Tomato Sauce, Andreas loves singing. Oh, I love those videos. I haven't been able to watch them in a while because I'm wary of spoilers. But, you know, once I'm fully caught up on the Owl House and Amphibia, I'm so excited to just watch what they've been up to lately. I'm trying to think, like, what's my favourite video from them. Obviously, you know, we have, like, just the Andreas singing videos. Oh god, I'm trying to... There's one that ends with, this is a reference, just like when he goes, well, when life gives you lemons, and he just stabs Marcy. Have I seen Tick Tick Boom? I have. Andrew Garfield is a treasure. I was not expecting him to, like, be that good a singer. 3090 is one of my favourite songs of all time, and I'm trying desperately to learn it because it is just barely in my range if I can belt certain parts of it. Speaking of my musical theatre career, last night I actually I signed up to audition for a production of Little Shop of Horrors, which is one of my dream shows. The auditions are in June, so fingers crossed. I've got some time to prepare things. Would I watch a crossover of Ducktales and Amphibia? I mean, it's new Ducktales content, so I mean, regardless of how it turned out, I'd be down. I mean, it's foolish, but I am still holding out just a shred of hope that the Darkwing Duck reboot is secretly a DuckTales spin-off. But I mean, we're getting a lot of DuckTales content this year. I mean, we have the art book, DuckTales World Showcase in Epcot. We've got confirmation that is still a thing that is happening. So, we have at least... There's going to be some new McDuck family content coming our way very soon, and that's quite exciting. That's awesome. Little Shop is my second favorite musical, probably. Yeah, Orin, the dentist, which is the role I'm going for, that's one of my dream roles, as his song was one of the first ones I ever performed. Zinna Robinson is great as Hunter, Remy, and young Andreas. His voice does fit playing the younger version of Keith David. I mean, he's absolutely killing it with just the amount of voiceover roles. I mean, I'm waiting, because he's going to be in Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Probably going to be in pretty much every upcoming Disney TVA show at some point. So, next week, or maybe the week after, depending on how things goes, I'm going to try and work out the logistics so I can actually do some on these streams. And I feel like the first thing we should do is, have a throwback to the early days of this channel and do a classic tier list. I'm probably going to do like a really big one, so it would probably be a thing like ranking all the like Walt Disney Animation Studios songs. I could point out which one of those the person that made the tier list missed out. So yeah, we're going to try and get that going as soon as possible so I can actually start, I know Flash isn't a thing anymore, but if there's a way I can find to play some of the old, like, Kim Possible or Proud Family, do they have Proud Family Flash games? I don't know. Like the old Disney Channel website games, if I can find some way to do that, yeah, let's do it. What do I think of Lightyear so far? I haven't actually... I've explained this before. I tend not to watch, like, a lot of trailers. So for Lightyear, I've seen the teaser trailer, and that's kind of enough for me. I don't really need to watch any more, because I want to go... I like going into movies as blind as possible. So, I haven't been watching any of the other trailers, but I will say, I think it's a visually stunning movie. I think it's going to be very different from what we usually get from Pixar, which is incredibly exciting. Because it's been a while since Pixar's done, like, an epic story, so to speak. Like, one was like this traveling to far-off places, these big, like, like, oh god, I don't know how to describe it, but just a grand movie. Because as much as I love Luca, Turning Red, Soul, it's like they're smaller, It's like, they needed to be. That's the kind of story they want to tell, and I adore all those movies. But it's nice to get something, along the same level as Coco or Incredibles. Just, this really big action-packed adventure. I want to hear Brenda Song voice a character in The Ghost in Molly McGee. My idea for the character is she could voice a character as a cousin of Molly. I would name her Holly. I mean, what did Molly call her like alter ego in was it No Good Deed? It was an episode of, no. Basically the one where she has to lie to Libby that she's a completely different person. I haven't watched Ghost and Molly McGee since Festival of Lights, so it's been a while. Understandable. I'm planning on seeing Multiverse of Madness to avoid potential spoilers from teasers and from idiots who posted them on YouTube. Yeah, me and all my friends are going to watch Multiverse of Madness tomorrow. I asked on Twitter if there are any things I should see beforehand, because since Endgame, the only MCU things I've watched are WandaVision and No Way Home. So, maybe you guys could tell me, is there anything that I absolutely have to check out that I'm going to have time to watch before I see it tomorrow? Favorite Ghost and Molly McGee song? Lose Lose, 100%. You know, as a musical theatre person, I am a sucker for just that big band Broadway feeling, just, you know, this grand emotional ballad. And also just Ashley Birch, phenomenal singer, just incredible. Nice Lion King music in the background. But I'm going back to the thing I was saying before about, you know, potentially doing a tier list live stream over the next 2 or so weeks. You know, I was thinking of doing Walt Disney animation songs, but if anyone has any suggestions that they want to see me do, you know, send them my way. We'll see what happens in the future. Disney TVA shows tier list. I already did an entire video on that. I mean, I think a few of them will have switched around now that I've actually watched some of the shows that I hadn't before and watched more of some of the shows that but I did already do that one quite a few months ago. So, you know, go check that out if you haven't. Nah, you're good. WandaVision was the main one. Yeah, I loved WandaVision. I'm gonna watch them at some point. You know, I'm gonna watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Moon Knight, Hawkeye. I'm gonna get to all those at some point. Just been a bit busy lately with videos, finishing up university, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. What do I think the 100th Disney TVA series is? Beats me. Beats me because I'm kind of... After what happened with the Proud Family Louder and Prouder, I'm kind of past wanting them to revive Kim Possible. Because I know if they do it, they're just going to put them back in high school and act like, you know, the finale didn't happen. I mean, that's probably why we got the live action movie, to be fair. Because Disney wanted more Kim Possible, but they didn't want her to be, you know, older. Because I actually made a joke about that in the audio I'm currently editing. Because obviously, Amphibia, originally, and Marcy and Sasha were all supposed to be 15 years old. Then the executives went, no, we need them to be, you know, at 13 at most because of our target demographic and all that. Because Disney as a company knows very well that every single child is physically incapable of relating to any character that is even just slightly older than them, even though most of their protagonists are 16 to 20 years old. You know, Hercules, Elsa, Ariel, all the princesses. But no, Disney TVA shows, characters can't be any older than 13. You gotta watch Daredevil before you watch Hawkeye. It'll be explained once you've seen it. Okay, good to know. I mean, they're all on Disney Plus. I mean, just in time, really, because Netflix is a sinking ship. Me and Vicky, yesterday, filmed the long-awaited Patreon supporter video to celebrate the Gliding Gladiator Patreon reaching 10 supporters. We went around town to a bunch of stores and bought every single Disney food product we could find. It was a very fun video to film, and I think there are a lot of really great moments in it. That is currently in the editing stages. That, along with a bunch of Owl House reactions, the final Amphibia reactions, and the Amphibia video essay, they're all going to be coming out next week. Have I heard about Weird Al's Life story movie with Daniel Radcliffe? I usually don't watch live action, but it's Weird Al, so it'll be amazing. I've seen the trailer for, well, the teaser they released. It was either yesterday or day before, for Weird, which is the Weird Al biographical movie, with Daniel Radcliffe playing the titular character. I was not expecting him to, like, do as great a job as he does, just from the little bits we've seen of him. Like, the impression, it's incredible. And the little bit we heard of him singing as well, it's like, I know Daniel Radcliffe has been in a musical, but I've never, like, properly heard him sing before, and he is really good. I'm really excited to see that movie when it eventually comes out, because I love Weird Al. Have I seen the Batman, the newer one? I'm afraid I haven't. I've had to be very conservative about what films I go watch, because there are a lot of films coming out I really want to go see, but I don't have enough money for all of them. So, you know, just thinking about it right now, from, like, the start of last month to, like, next month, there was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, The Bad Guys, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I know the Batman released before that, but, you know, it counts as one. And Bob's Burgers the movie. So that's like 5 films I would really want to go see. Multiverse of Madness, me and my friends agreed months before that we were going to see that together. Basically, as soon as we got out of No Way Home, we agreed that we were going to all see that together. And Bob's Burgers the movie is something I have to go see. That's going to be one of my, on the day it comes out, visits to the cinema. As for The Bad Guys and Sonic 2, I want to see them, but I'm just going to have to wait. And I mean, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I've already been spoiled on everything. So, you know, is there even a point in me seeing it? Of course I'm going to see it, but it's annoying. It's very annoying. Oh, hi from Russia. Hello there. True, it really be like that. Indeed. Well, because it's the whole thing of like, for 2 years, no films could be released at the cinema. And now that's, at least in the UK, it's pretty much all past. Just everything is coming out. And you kind of have to pick and choose what you can see. And Bob's Burgers the movie the Bob's Burgers movie is the correct title, is my most anticipated movie of the year. So obviously I have to go see that. And make a video on it, because I will be doing that. Right, and we've been going for about half an hour now. So I think like 3 hours is a good sweet spot for these streams to reach. Have I seen any shows by Visualpop? I have. I am so excited for Has Been Hotel to finally come out, as I adored the pilot. I have watched that so many times. Hell of a Boss? I think that's how you pronounce it. Have not seen it yet, but I've heard many great things about it. And I cannot wait until I finally have time to check that out. I have a lot of things currently on my watch list. I still have not watched Centaur World and Green Eggs and Ham Season 2 because I just don't want those shows to be over. Well, it's part of that, and also the part of not really in the mood to support Netflix at the moment. I finished the Defenders saga, aka the Netflix Marvel shows. It was alright. I enjoyed Daredevil mostly, along with Punisher. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy you enjoyed them. Have I seen any Nickelodeon recent shows? The most recent Nickelodeon show I watched was Rise of the TMNT. And I still need to watch the final few episodes before the movie comes out, because I am so excited for the movie. Just any new Rise content is amazing. And hopefully it's going to be a satisfying second finale, because the show already got a finale and now it's getting like an epilogue, which is incredible. But one show I'm probably gonna check out at some point is It's Pony, and oh god, what was it? Middle Moon Post, something along those lines. I've heard some great things about that show. Anything on the Rise of the TMNT movie? Well, I mean, it comes out very shortly. It's going to be quite long. We know the fact it's going to involve Krang. and it's going to be like, you know, an alien invasion. That's going to be very interesting in this style. They don't need to do too much of an animation, like, quality increase from the show. But, you know, if it was just a little more polished, it'd be nice. I mean, I don't really know how you could polish Rise of the TMNT's animation more, but if they found a way to do it, it'd be incredible. Middlemost post. There, okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to check that one out at some point, because I have heard some really great things about it. I've actually not been keeping up with SpongeBob a lot lately. I should really, like, catch up, because I've also been hearing some good things about, like, the most recent episodes. And I love modern SpongeBob, so I'll check those out probably in the near future. Add them to the list. I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to get this Amphibia video done in just, like... I want to have it released by next Sunday, because, you know, Sunday is my usual upload date for, like, big video essays. I want to have it finished for then. Even though the show will be over, and I won't be talking about the final episodes, because I guess now's a good time to announce it. Because I'm going to combine both of Amphibia's final episodes into one big video, for one night and one night only, I'll be returning to the regular, you know, review format that I used to do, where after the episode reaction was finished, it would go into a little bit of a scripted review where I could just, you know, give my more concise thoughts, let's say, without rambling, and actually have a script in front of me that I can read from. But, yeah, you know, it's going to be nice to return that just for, like, one time. And then when the Owl House specials come out, I will probably be returning to that as well. Didn't you talk a bit about whether or not Linda was actually in Chip and Dale's movie trailers? If so, there's a new GIF that was close upon her. It's actually her. Yeah, I was quite surprised at that. I just thought it was a case of... I thought it was people were looking way too much into this. Because it's just like, why would they have Linda working in the Disney parks? It makes no sense to me. Because I just thought, like, alright, maybe it's someone that looks a little bit like Linda, but I don't think it's actually... No, it's actually her. I guess the story they're going to go with is since Phineas and Ferb ended, obviously she's not really been able to get any more acting roles, so she's probably had to take up a job as a Disneyland cast member. I've been seeing a lot of discussion about the animation, because it's so obviously tweened animation, but it's done in, like, this really weird way. And I mean, like, I don't mind the fact that they're using tweened animation for her, because Phineas and Ferb was a tweened show. It was, like, digitally animated. But I mean, like, you know, they could have done better. They could have done a better job. Then again, maybe I shouldn't say that, because for all we know, the animators of that movie were working in crunch time. Yeah, maybe, you know, the Chip and Dale thing, maybe Chip being cel-shaded CGI, it was a budget issue, but it was an executive decision. I mean, that's probably what it was, to be fair. Basically, I don't blame any of, like, the uncanny visuals of that movie. None of that is the animator's fault. Least favorite Disney film? I mean, any Disney film. Beauty and the Beast 2017. Awful movie. in my opinion. Least favorite animated movie from Disney. One of the package films. One of the ones that I just find very forgettable. So, like the it's either called. There's two. There's Make My Music and there's Melody Time. One of those two. Oh, hello there. Lovely to see you again. Did I know that 1 to 2 of the most recent SpongeBob episodes was supposed to air during the toy? Yeah, I do know that. A pair of SpongeBob episodes was delayed due to unfortunate circumstances with the timing of their production. But they are finally out, and apparently they're really good, according to a lot of people. I'm probably not gonna watch talking about SpongeBob spin-offs. I'm probably not gonna watch Camp Coral. I'm debating watching the Patrick Star Show because, from what I heard, it's like it's not like a standard sitcom. It's like a variety show format, which I think that's quite interesting. Do I believe aliens exist, or are we the only living beings in the universe? Oh God. Ooh, getting to the deep topics here today. Fun fact: once upon a time, when I was in I don't know what the equivalent over in America is, but we were in grade 5, well, year 5 as we call them over here. We actually had a local news station come in and ask my class about, if we thought aliens existed. And I was one of the few clips they used, because back then, I tried to carry myself as quite intelligent. So when they asked me, I was just like, well, I believe there are other intelligent life forms out there in the universe. However, I don't think they're anything like what we have depicted in films and TV shows. And that was the voice clip they used. I'm fairly sure those were my exact words, which, might prove the fact I have not mentally progressed from the age of 9 years old. Or was I 10? I started high school in 2012 when I was 11. So 2 years back. I would have been 9 years old. No. I would have been 10. Yeah, I was 10. Okay. Wait, SpongeBob stuff is a sitcom format. What do you mean by variety show for the Patrick Star Show? Well, all the initial teasers and trailers for the Patrick Star Show made it look like it was going to be like this sort of, kind of a 90s sitcom type feel to it, with, the way it had all the characters and focused on this family. But, the more and more I see from the show and the more people talk about it, it sounds like that's not what it is. It sounds like it's more like a variety format where, every single storyline has, it can have a completely different animation style, completely different setting. It can just be whatever it wants, which I find very interesting. Just any show where it's mission statement is just let the artists go wild and do whatever they want, I think that's worth checking out. Do I watch other Disney YouTubers? to my knowledge, there aren't really that many left because, like, there used to be like a lot of like Disney vloggers and like people like Disney fandom channels, let's say, but a lot of them have kind of gone defunct or extinct in recent years. People I do watch, I watch Yesterworld, Offhand Disney, What's So Videos. I'm trying to think because there are others. Justin Scared. I watch a few like Disney vlogging channels because I get to live vicariously through them because I've not been to a Disney park in over a decade. But yeah, no, I watch like quite a few Disney YouTubers. But I would say like the golden age of that has kind of like passed. Who knows, maybe I could bring it back. Probably not, but weirder things have happened on the internet. Do I have any animation hot takes? Like perhaps a film that I find better than most, give credit for, except Oliver and Company, or a specific style/habit you dislike? Any animation hot takes? Oh, gee. Chicken Little is not a bad movie. Everyone's problems with Chicken Little stem from like Buck Cluck, and that is it. I think the characters, like the main characters of Chicken Little, Chicken Little, Abby, Runtfish, I think they're all incredibly likable. It's always just been a movie that I've loved. Maybe it had something to do with the fact it was the first ever movie I saw in cinemas, but I feel like it gets a bit of a unfair treatment, so to speak. Going with like other things, trying to think. Have I seen Arcane? I have not. Just it's an awkward situation that I am the person who should be discussing it, but just quickly give an answer. I'm not exactly comfortable like supporting the company that made that show. Out of the plushies I have, what would I consider my favorite? I mean, I love Gonzo. Like, Polly is quite a recent addition, but I could not imagine my life without her. Absolutely incredible. I don't think she's available anymore, but I'm definitely in the mood to get more Amphibia plushes if the opportunity so arises. But I think my favorite is Star, just because of like how long I was searching for her, and I just randomly came across her on Facebook Marketplace, and I just had to get it. I'm a little disappointed that I haven't been able to get one like has the actual tag on it, but and someday hopefully I can get Ponyhead, Laser Poppy, and butterfly transformation star. When it comes to Oliver and Company, what ideas or plot lines would I fill to make the movie better? Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, we could be here a while. Okay. I'm just thing is I'm trying to think that myself because I've had these ideas for years. I'm just trying to think how to best say them. Okay, if I'm not allowed to change the ending, if I can only add things to Oliver and Company, I can't take anything away, so I can't remove Jenny and make the movie entirely about Oliver and Dodger. Alright, if I have to keep her in there, just give me a moment where Oliver actually, thinks about his friends instead of immediately forgetting about him the second Jenny picks him up. Because we have that line from Georgette where apparently he talks about them to her off screen. But I mean, it's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward. It's just the second he gets in that house, just forgets everyone else. I can change everything. It's my ideas. Okay. Then I have I get rid of Jenny entirely. I make the movie entirely about Oliver and Dodger and the rest of the gang to an extent. That's pretty much it. I just have the ending of the movie instead. Oliver's now going to be the one that gets taken by Sykes. And rest of it you can pretty much keep the same. That's gonna... There are so many different versions they could have done. Personally, I've talked about it a lot. I really wish I could see what those other versions of the movie they had were going to be. It's the one where it was going to be a revenge story about Oliver trying to avenge his dead parents. That would be an interesting. The one about stealing the panda from the zoo. Just I want to see the other versions of this movie, and they probably don't exist anymore. If I was making a movie about orphans, I would 1, more accurately depict orphans, and 2, more accurately depict adoptive families. Yeah, well, I mean, you don't really... We talk about found family a lot on this channel, but it's there aren't really a lot of media that, does that justice. Really, it's the only thing that immediately comes to mind is Despicable Me. And there should be no situation on this planet where Despicable Me is the prime example of something, even though the first movie is good. But I mean, it shouldn't be the only example. Despicable Me shouldn't be the only thing that exists. I don't like when movies depict stepfamily as evil. Yeah. It's an outdated thing that stems from, the Grimm's Brothers tales and all that. Blame the Grimm's Brothers for all of life's problems. That's what I do. Despicable Me is a well-done family. The Minions are a bit much. I mean, I think they're relatively okay in the first one. The second one, they get a bit too much screen time, but they are an essential part of the story. So I think it is somewhat excusable. The third one... There's some really good stuff in Despicable Me 3. But what were they doing with the Minions? Any thoughts on Big City Greens? Love the show. Love it to death. Can't wait for the movie. You know, Big City Greens is one of those shows I desperately want to make a video on, but I don't know what I talk about. What do I think of Illumination's Sing franchise? I haven't watched either movie. But I mean, I watched the trailers, which is pretty much just as good, right? Because they spoiled the entire plot in them. I'm sorry. One of the trailers for Sing 2, I'm fairly sure they literally played a full minute of one of the film's final scenes as a trailer. Perhaps Big City Green's character development. Basically, I think any videos, like major videos on Big City Greens, except for maybe a review on the movie when it comes out, are gonna have to wait until the show is over, which is gonna be a few years, because it's doing really well. I kind of think of, like, you know, little things that I'd want to discuss, like, obviously, how the show portrays a divorced family, which is something you do not see anywhere, and how it's the fact, you know, Nancy and Bill, they're not bitter towards each other, you know, they constantly get along and they care for their children. It's really nice to see something like that. You know, I could talk about how the show is basically Disney Channel's version of The Simpsons before Disney bought The Simpsons, with all the social commentary on, like, modern life and focusing on a family dealing with money problems. Was the Sing 2 trailer a clip you clicked on that YouTube channel considered a trailer in the thumbnail? No. It was, like, a legitimate trailer. A trailer that I saw in the theaters. It was playing as an ad on YouTube. It was literally a trailer where, like, it was a 3-minute trailer, and the first minute of it was just showing, like, a full clip from one of the final scenes of the movie. Like, the big emotional, like, triumphant moment. It was when that lion guy, I think he's voiced by J.K. Simmons in the movie. When that lion guy, like, finally steps out onto the stage to perform again, that was the moment they showed in the trailers, and I'm just like, yeah, there's no reason for me to watch this movie now. I mean, I was never going to watch it anyway. Do you like it when stuff like that happens with trailer? No, not really. That's why I try not to watch trailers for films that I want to see. I want to go into them as blind as possible. Although, you know, if you're Sonic 2, the entire movie leaks, and then they post the fandom posts the entire thing to Twitter, and you can't avoid it, so you know every single little surprise in the movie. Voiced by Bono. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Zootopia with a lion voiced by J.K. Simmons. Since Amphibia confirmed a Disney multiverse, and will that mean any Disney fan fiction is accidental canon? You can look at it that way. You know, obviously, I'm not really the person who has the say on that. That goes to Matt Braley, Dana Terrace, Darren Efsey, all those people that actually made the shows and can actually dictate what is and isn't canon. Personally, for me, if I ever made a show, and I just, like, you know, whatever you think about the character, I would literally just go to the fans, whatever you think about the characters is canon. There we go. Whatever your interpretation of my work is, that's canon to you. Because, you know, I'm not a huge fan when creators are, like, you know, publicly denounce certain fan theories or interpretations of their text. I'm not naming any names, not naming any bigoted human trash names. What would I think if Amphibia did time travel instead of alternate dimensions? I mean, I think that'd be very interesting. Like, are we talking, like, time travel to different, like, periods of amphibian history? Because that'd be incredibly interesting. Oh, okay, we've been going for an hour. All right, we've made some decent progress with editing down the audio. But now, let's get to the main thing. All right, so what do people want? Do they want me to open up the Lego Muppets minifigures or the Frozen Mashems first? Type your answer in the comments now. Lego Muppets? Lego Muppets, obviously. Right. Alright. Which one? Which one? I need Animal and I need Miss Piggy. Alright, I think Lego Muppets is unanimous. Alright, sorry Frozen. Alright. Which one should I do? I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous because I want the whole set. I don't want to have to buy any more of these. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Okay, it's Animal. It's Animal. Okay, alright, that's one we do not have. Yes, I love that. Wait, there's more piece. There's more pieces. Okay, alright, we have... That's another one. That's another one down. And thankfully I have the instructions right here, so we can build the drum. You know, whenever I'm, like, opening up merchandise and I get ones that I need, that's when you see, like, the... That's when the autism comes out. Comes out to play. Alright. How do I build... Okay, I need this. Oh, don't drop it. I need one of these studs. Tell me about it, stud. Okay. No. Ah. That goes on top of there. Okay. Then another one in there, I believe. Okay. Trying to figure this out. Insert Price is Right music right here. You should draw, create Lego Ducktales minifigs. Also, hi. And are you a big fan of Ducktales? Because I just finished my binge watching the show a couple days ago. You must be new around here. I am a massive fan of DuckTales 2017. It is my in my top 5 favourite shows of all time. And as you can see, I've got all my children right here, up on the wall. Got some DuckTales pins. This is one I especially love. No, a massive fan of DuckTales. Our biggest fan of DuckTales you'll ever find. Alright, back to whatever this is. Okay. Okay, I need a drum piece. Okay, so that goes on the front, like there. Okay. And this goes... Oh, maybe it doesn't? I don't know. Ah. Help me, I don't know. About that thing, you should create Lego Ducktales minifigs. I mean, I would love some Lego Ducktales minifigs, but I think we already have Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Scrooge Lego minifigures. Obviously, they're not DuckTales 2017 ones, but I mean, what is? Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. Also, where are the drumsticks? Oh, I break them off here. Okay. That's weird. Apparently, the drumsticks come from another Lego set where they're used as wands from a series that will not be named in this realm. Yeah, now you can all see in real time, like, how much work it did. How much work it took to build all the other Muppets minifigures. Ah, come on. Do I have a favourite Muppet? Gonzo is my favourite Muppet. You know, growing up, my favourite Muppet was either Kermit or Beaker. But, you know, in my teens, I found myself gravitating a lot more towards Gonzo. Because, you know, I was trying to figure out my identity and just what I am. And, you know, I just think Gonzo is a very relatable Muppet. Like, probably the most relatable Muppet. Especially to people my age. Yeah. Alright, he's got his drumsticks in now. And they're never coming out because I'm not doing that again. I've just got to figure out how to build this thing. I don't know. Alright, that definitely goes on there. That's certainly something I can do at least. That's alright. That should all be there. That's fine. It says that should fit in there, but it doesn't. Okay. Hold on a second. Maybe that's why. If I do it like that... Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct, but it's what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't seem sturdy, but it's good enough. Okay. It doesn't tell me how to keep building him. Okay, and that goes there. That goes on that side. So I can add on the symbol. Sorry guys, I promise the other one's going to take a lot less longer to build. Okay. Alright, I think we've got it. I think we've got it. And those are just spare pieces in case something gets lost, and we'll just drop those with the other spare pieces over there. Alright, there we go. We got Animal there. This little drum kit. Lovely. Alright. Where am I going to put you? We'll just pop you behind there for now. Okay. And this is, hopefully, the last ever Muppet minifigure thing I have to get until they inevitably make a series 2. Alright. Okay, please, please, please be Miss Piggy. I will not be able to take this if it's not Miss Piggy. I will die on the spot. Okay, okay, it's Miss Piggy. It's Miss Piggy. Everything is fine. Everything is grand in the world. Don't need those. Alright. Which means we now have the entire set. How is she supposed to hold this? I'll figure that out. There we go. Just went note to whatever that was you threw. Those were like these, the set lists. The extra ones. Alright. And there is Miss Piggy. Hold on. Is that good? I don't know. It's probably... No. Okay. Okay, that... I'm trying to get it in the right light, but obviously because I have the ring light behind it, it's... But yeah, that is all of the Lego Muppets minifigures. I am so happy I don't have to get any more of those. I said it in the video, I'll say it again. I am so happy that these actually exist. I think my favourites, obviously Gonzo is like one of my favourites of that, and I think they've just done him really well, especially because they have him in his 90s tropical shirt. But I think, aside from Gonzo, my two favourite of the Lego Muppets minifigures are Rolf and Beaker. Just because Beaker, like, that is a perfect just capturing of his character. And Rolf, because, I mean, I'm just so happy they've decided to make Rolf, because, like, we all know him and Kermit were the original, like, most iconic Muppets. Like, the ones that Jim Henson would do everything with, mainly because those were the two that he did. But then, obviously, as time's gone on, like, Rolf has started appearing less and less, and he's not even considered one of the main Muppet cast members anymore. Like, if they made Muppets Take Manhattan today, Rolf would not be in it. Are you going to put your Muppets in a diorama? I don't have a diorama. So for now, they're just gonna stay here. I guess I'll put Animal and Janice together. That probably makes sense, actually. Yeah. They're just gonna stay there for the time being until I figure out what to do with them, which will probably be when I have to move out. Alright. And that also means we can fold that up now. Alright. Well, I guess might as well do this one. Here's an alternative... Oh, hello there, Cloudy. Nice of you to join us. Here's an alternative history question. What do I think would happen in an alternative timeline where Don Bluth never existed? if Don Bluth doesn't exist, Land Before Time never gets made. At least not the way it is. And if Land Before Time never gets made, Oliver and Company has basically no competition when it releases in cinemas. It easily gets over 100 million and is seen as the official start of the Disney Renaissance rather than just the unofficial one. And the characters are still in the parks. I could walk into any Disney store while those were around and pick up a mug just on the whim. But, you know, I'm just going to get sad if I think about that alternate reality. What current celebrities would I love to see perform alongside a Muppet? The thing is, I don't really keep up with celebrities. I don't think Pedro Pascal has the Mandalorian. I don't think he's done anything with the Muppets. And I think that's something they should definitely do, because obviously he's had quite an experience interacting with puppets on screen. God, I'm just trying to think. Because the thing is, the Muppets are going to, eventually every single celebrity is going to get to interact with the Muppets. The Muppets deserve, what Muppet deserves more screen time? Well, I think I just answered the question, but it's Rolf. He needs to make his big comeback. And, he was going to when Muppets Live Another Day was going to be a thing, which was, they were going to do a sequel to Muppets Take Manhattan about Rolf going missing, which, that was going to bring him into the limelight again after he had a severely minimized role in the Muppets 2015, the ABC show, and didn't even appear once in Muppets Now. It's mainly that thing I said of just the fact that most recent Muppet projects didn't have music. And, when you don't have music, they didn't have a reason to keep around the guy whose job is to play music. The Fox and the Hound, The Black Cauldron, and Great Mouse Detective would have performed well in that alternative timeline too. Fox and the Hound performed quite well. Great Mouse Detective performed well, but I agree it would have performed more. Black Cauldron, I unfortunately don't see anything saving that. Because the Black Cauldron, it wasn't an issue with Don Bluth. The Black Cauldron was beaten at the box office by the Care Bears movie. I don't think there is anything that could have been done to save it, to be fully honest. But on the other hand, The Secret of Nim, An American Tail, Anastasia, and Titan AE would never get made in that alternative timeline. Yeah, but we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know anything was amiss. Because it wouldn't be like we'd know that The Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, Anastasia, Titan AE, and American Tail, we wouldn't know about them because they never existed. So, I mean, no harm, no foul. That's a joke. That's a joke. Obviously, I'd have to weigh the options. Because we have Oliver and Company being successful, but a universe where Anastasia doesn't exist. It's a tricky one. All right, let's stop just throwing this thing around and actually open it. Last time we got Queen Anna. Seeing who I can get. Obviously, I'd want an Elsa. But there's also a mystery one that'd be nice to get. But really, as long as I don't get a duplicate, I'll be happy. Oh, God. Can't even open it. There we go. Oh. So you can't open these properly. Like, no matter what you do, you're gonna just tear the whole thing off. Okay. My frozen spaghetti. That's a joke you'll get in a few days. Alright. And we got Olaf! Okay. Let's get him out of there. A lot of sticky things in there. We've got Olaf. Unlike the Anna, which was like, very, very solid, this is actually, like your standard Mash'em, where you can squeeze it and it... Whoop. That's nice. We've got an Olaf. He's going to need a bit of cleaning, but, add him up there. I think I'm going to end up getting the whole set of these Mash'ems. Just because if I keep buying like one per week, it's going to happen. Alright. Muppet song covers are a lot of fun, but I bet rights are the main issue. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, they've got that Disney money. It shouldn't be an issue. And now they're bringing back music type stuff, though not bringing back Ralph, but instead the Electric Mayhem Band. They are, but if a new Muppet series is coming out that is going to heavily feature music, and Muppets Haunted Mansion had a few numbers in there, I think it's safe to say that music is effectively back in terms of like new Muppets projects, which means there's some hope for this guy. We can only keep praying that he returns to us someday. What's my favourite Muppet song cover? Because I like all like the covers and everything, but I'm more of a fan of the original Muppet songs. So I'm just trying to think now. I don't want to just say the Bohemian Rhapsody one, because that's going to be everyone's answer. Actually, no, because going back to the Muppet Show, because obviously most of the Muppet Show songs were covers. I really like all of Robin's songs, especially Halfway Down the Stairs from the A.L. Milne song. I don't think it's a Winnie the Pooh song specifically, but Robin sings that on the Muppet Show, and that is like one of my favourite moments in any Muppet piece of media. Obviously, when Bernadette Peters guest starred, they did If One Person Believes in You. That was good. That's something I really need to think about. Because like there are so many Muppet covers. Oh, no. Okay, I just remembered. The definite best Muppet cover is Kermit doing Once in a Lifetime. I think that's what it's called. I think that is what the song's called. I believe it was on Muppets Tonight when he did it. But oh my god, I love that. There's just that scene with he just has the giant suit. If Disney has the money, do you think we'll see a release of one of the old specials, the John Denver one, for example? Who's to say? I mean, despite the fact I've tried to make an entire, not exactly career, but whatever this is, out of trying to predict and talk about Disney's business decisions, I'm still in the dark. I have no clue what they'll do. It's anyone's guess. I'm really happy. I have the whole set of the Lego minifigures now. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, I really hope they're going to do a second series so we can get Uncle Deadly, Sam the Eagle. They'd probably do Rizzo if they were going to do a second series. Walter, Sweetums, even though it would be difficult with the size, but they'd have to do Sweetums at some point. Dr. Teeth, Zoot. I'm just trying to think. If they're desperate for female characters, we can always get a Wayne and Wanda. I'm just saying. Robin. They'd have to do Robin, of course. You know, there's a lot of characters they could do. I could see them easily getting like at least 3 series out of this. And that's like before they start running out of the really iconic Muppets. The Fox and the Hound would have been released at Christmas 1980 in the alternative timeline without Bluth's interference. I mean, the thing is, Fox and the Hound still did pretty well for itself. It's like, I'd say Disney views it as like a high C tier list, as in like, you know, if they have to give something representation from like that tier, it's going to be the Fox and the Hound. It's like Rescuers and the Fox and the Hound and Robin Hood are like the only movies from that time period, and Aristocats too. Yeah, Aristocats, Robin Hood, Fox and the Hound, Rescuers, Sword in the Stone. Those are the only ones from the post-Jungle Book, pre-Little Mermaid era that Disney will fully acknowledge. Winnie the Pooh, of course, is one of the biggest franchises in the world, but I don't really count that since that's, you know, a package film of a bunch of previously released theatrical featurettes. Alright, let's get back into this. By the end of tonight, I want to have like a, most of this all done, so I can just start editing it when I get back from the cinema tomorrow. Because at this point, the script, like the full script, because I've only done seasons 1 and 2, I haven't moved on to season 3 yet, is 22 pages long. So if I can get around 5 pages edited a day, we should be on track to finish it for Sunday. Although, I want to try and get it out for Patreons like at least 2 days earlier. I just remembered, did you know that Disney Junior is going to be making a new Winnie the Pooh short soon? I did not! Is that like an actual thing? Like, 'cause I'm surprised I didn't know about that. No, I did not. That's really cool. Speaking of Winnie the Pooh, give me 1 second. Yesterday, while me and Vicky were out filming the Disney food video, we went to like a discount store that usually contains just like random bits and bobs. So it's like, you know, they still had like a box of various Disney characters, and it still had Phineas and Ferb on it, which gives you a sense of like how old some of these things are. I found something that I had to buy. I knew right then and there the second I saw them. In the year of 2022, I went into a store and found My Friends Tigger and Pooh and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse shampoo and body gel. I'm befuddled. Like, I don't... how can these exist? It's just... And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, folks. Look at that. Look, what do you see there? On the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse one. The Playhouse Disney logo. These predate the Disney Junior transition. Why are they still in production? If they aren't in production, how have they survived this long? Like, does shampoo and shower gel have an expiration date? Because I've been looking on these bottles and I don't see any dates on them. So for all I know, these were produced in like 2010. Wild, absolutely wild. I found them yesterday, and I've not been able to stop thinking about them. Also, can we just look at these images of Pooh and Tigger? Just, you don't think they look a little bit creepy? Remember when shampoo used to come inside of large figures that you could pop the heads off? I mean, I think those still exist. They're just not as common these days. Winnie the Pooh shorts were announced during Disney Junior Fan Fest last week in their 2022 to 2024 slate. I mean, it's new Winnie the Pooh content, and like actual Winnie the Pooh content. I mean, don't get me wrong, Christopher Robin was a good movie. But I want classic Winnie the Pooh. I want to go back to like the 2011 movie. So I had no idea that that was announced, but no, I am really excited for some new Winnie the Pooh stuff. I grew up on Welcome to Pooh Corner. That was a bit before my time, as you know, you probably got the impression of during the Book of Pooh video. All right. I'm not sure how long we'll keep this stream going, guys. It's 5:30 now. So I'm gonna say we'll go until the end of this hour. But if anything interesting happens, if you know, like we end up going past that a bit just because of chat and just talking about Disney and life, so be it. Any thoughts on the Chibi shorts for Disney stuff? I mean, I enjoy them. I definitely enjoy them. Oh god, which ones were they? I think it was the High School Musical ones that featured cameos from like all the you know, they had Phineas and Ferb, they had Dewey and Launchpad, and just I miss them all. I miss them all so much. When are we going to hear news on the third Phineas and Ferb movie? Because like, if that's not happening, we need to be having some words. Have I heard of any exciting new Disney animated shows for 2023 to 2024? Let's see. I think one's called Kith. That sounds really cool. I'm excited for that. I know about a bunch of them coming to Disney Plus. Rest of them, not really sure. Who's your favorite Amphibia character? Main cast, it's Polly. Not part of the main cast, it's Wally. I just... you're gonna find out in the review when it comes out, but Wally and Ann is my favorite 11-minute episode from season 1. So basically, my two favorite episodes from season 1 of Amphibia are Reunion and Wally and Ann. If they do a third Phineas and Ferb movie, I want to see it set in the Milo timeline. I mean, well, the thing is, they wanted to include Milo as a cameo in Candace Against the Universe, but they couldn't because they were worried. I think they wanted to include him in the stadium scene, but then obviously, what happens right during that moment? Aliens invade, and Dan and Swampy didn't want the audience to think it was Milo's doing. But I really do hope that in some future Phineas and Ferb project, because there's going to be future Phineas and Ferb projects, we do get to see Milo again at some point. That is kind of like one of the benefits of being tied to, such a beloved and still very profitable franchise. Because if Milo wasn't connected to Phineas and Ferb, there'd be no chance that we would ever see any of those characters again. However, because it's a spin-off of one of the most successful animated shows of all time, that is no doubt going to have new iterations in the future, there is always like this really big chance that we are going to see those characters again, and that is just such a nice feeling to have. Oh, hold on. Oh, guys, I'm trying to figure out what's happened to the music here. There we go. It's back. Your two favorite Amphibia characters rhyme. Yeah, they do. I mean, a lot of names on that show are quite similar. Can you do this on a weekend? Like, can you do a live this weekend? I'm afraid not. When I put up the poll, everyone agreed that, Friday was the best day. Well, a majority of people agreed. And during the weekends, I am just incredibly busy. Because obviously I have a lot of editing videos to do. And in between that, I'm out with all my friends, just doing stuff. And especially right now, because, I'm trying to find a job, I'm auditioning for shows, trying to figure out where I'm going to live at the end of summer. What animated show creators would I like to see do another show? Rebecca Sugar. Like, absolutely. It's like, I cannot wait to see whatever she has in the works next. Hello there, Cassandra. Nice of you to join us today. What's a show about family you can deeply relate to? A show about family I can deeply relate to. Afraid I don't exactly have an answer for that one. Would I want Chibi shorts for the Owl House if they ever did it? There is Amphibia Chibi shorts, so I think there was something about. I think there's going to be Owl House Chibi shorts. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Do I think that the McGees will be going to the Ghost World? I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not expecting the Ghost of Molly McGee to turn into a, heavily serialized, emotionally deep show. I think where we're at now is pretty much where it's going to stay. There may be like some big developments. Maybe there'll be like tentpole episodes where they can just get a little bit more dramatic, like they did during the two-parter with Libby, where she finds out about Scratch and all that. But as I said, I haven't seen any new episodes past the Festival of Lights, just because I have been so incredibly busy so far this year that I've just not had the time for it. DreamWorks chose The Boss Baby over a movie about Australian animals, and I'm still salty about it. Yes, that's the what was it called? I know the film you're talking about. I've seen the concept art. I've seen the test animations. It looked really good, but at the same time, you can't. I'm not one of those person that's going to, blame a movie for existing. I'm not a person that's going to say, well, this movie exists when a movie that could have been better could have existed. I mean, that's kind of true with anything, really. I mean, you could say like any movie. You could really say like. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like think of like what to say here, because I don't want to annoy or anger people. Any movie throughout history has been made in the place of another movie. Alright? For every single movie that gets through and out to cinemas, there are at least 10 more that didn't. And, it's kind of just a case of that's just part of the industry. It's unfortunate, but it is. It's like, that DreamWorks movie wasn't cancelled. Well, let's go with one I actually do know the name of. Me and My Shadow wasn't cancelled to make way for, like, Trolls or something. It's not about, like, oh, they could have made this movie, but instead they made this movie. It's the executives. The executives that chose to cancel that project or not greenlight it. I don't like when movies are scientifically inaccurate with animals. I mean, I can understand that if you're someone that's, is really into, studying animals and, like, the way they work and nature and all that. I feel like when it comes to making movies, you have to take some poetic license. Or to clarify, I've Babby to Norm of the North. I know what Norm of the North is. I can't say I've heard of the other one. Even Despicable Me kind of insulted single parents. The first one was great, but come on, the second and third one, suddenly there's a problem with Gru being a single dad. Yeah, it is a real problem in movies that, even whenever they do have a single parent, the story always has to be about them finding someone else. Oh god, there's one as of late. That's like, trying to think. There's either a movie or a show that's been about it's definitely a single dad that has actively been against them having to find someone else. The Great North. The Great North, that's it. The Great North is an absolutely phenomenal example. It comes from the same people that make Bob's Burgers. Oh, what an amazing show that is. Especially considering, it is fully about a single dad trying to raise his kids by himself, and whenever romance is touched upon, it's always to say that he doesn't need that. And I just find that so incredibly refreshing and just... Oh, that show is so good. If you're not watching it, please do yourself a favour and watch it. I mean, one of the main characters is gay, is in a committed relationship, and they are absolutely adorable together. Jenny Slate is in it. All the regular Bob's Burgers cast all make appearances. I mean, the voice actors do, not the actual characters. Although, a crossover is probably in the cards. Oh, Bambi. Bambi is the one about the deer. Okay, oh, it's because you said Babby. I thought that was like some foreign thing that I didn't know about. But no, Bambi, yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, it is a case of it's kind of insulting to compare Bambi to Norm of the North, a film where the Disney animators actually brought real life wildlife into the studio to study in real time and draw to figure out the anatomy and how the characters moved and the little quirks to give them that really spoke to their animalistic nature. And then you have Norm of the North, where it's just like, I don't like saying that people making an animated movie don't care, because even the worst animated movie or show, so much work has to go into that. But it kind of feels like the people that made Norm of the North didn't care. Lion King is a good animal film too, more accurate than Madagascar. Yes, but the distinction there is that Madagascar is a good movie. Norm of the North is not. Madagascar has a thing called a plot that makes sense, and character arcs, and actually appealing visual design. I'm about halfway through editing this audio now. Alright, we're probably going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes. So, if anyone has any burning questions, get them in now. Or hold on to them until next week. So how often do I use those Disney-scented candles there? Burning question. Disney-scented candles? Disney-scented candles. I don't own any Disney-scented candles. They sound amazing. I would love to own some. Burning question. It's clever. Should write for Saturday Night Live. God knows they need writers. Ooh. You all gonna ask something, or am I just gonna keep sitting here in silence? Do y'all enjoy watching me just toil away at these mundane tasks? I was thinking about Epic Mickey, but I can't think of a question, so I was letting someone else go. How courteous of you. Thing is, I don't want to ever, consider the option that we've talked about everything. I'm running around my Animal Crossing village wishing I had Disney items. I mean, make some. I mean, do you have a Nintendo Switch Online account by any chance? Because I made like a... I got that just so I could, you know, upload my own textures and patterns to Animal Crossing. So, you know, I have Oliver and Company t-shirts, Oliver and Company, like, posters on the wall. I have an Oliver and Company rug. You can do anything you want. Doesn't have to be Oliver and Company, but, you know, it's better if it is. Oh, dear, dear. There we go. Alright, we're going to be wrapping this up at the end of this hour. So, you know, if anyone got any more questions, get them in now. You're running out of time. If you finish Animal Crossing Village, putting up the dream code and giving a tour would be a cute video. Yeah, except I don't currently have the equipment to capture or stream game footage. I'm working on it though. It's just getting that kind of heavy artillery equipment is quite the purchase. With funds I am currently not accessible to. I promise you all, though, someday, you know, we're actually going to be gaming, and we'll be playing video games, starting with Kingdom Hearts, exactly like I promised. Seeing you Let's Play Epic Mickey would be fun if you got that equipment. I mean, it would also be a case of I'd have to get my Wii U out of storage, but sure, I could do that. The main thing, like, to kick off the game, like, the gaming stage of this, if it was going to be just extra videos on here or an entire gaming channel, maybe we'd go to Twitch, who knows? You know, it would just be me stumbling my way through the Kingdom Hearts series, trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Oh, okay, and we have gone to 8 PM. Alright, so I think we're just going to wrap that one up there. So hold on, let's get to the ending music, shall we? There it is. If anyone wants to actually listen to the full song, it's the song I use for all my, end cards and the ending of all my videos. It's the end credits song from the Magical Tetris Challenge, I believe. The Disney Tetris crossover. Have you ever played Final Fantasy, ever? No, never. I don't really play, like, those types of games. Platformers and racing games are pretty much, like, the only games I've ever really played. If it's a game based on a cartoon I like, I'll venture out into different genres, but, other than that, I stick to those main forms. So, Kingdom Hearts, whenever it happens, it's going to be an interesting experience. Alright, so, that just about wraps it up today. It is still raining very heavily outside. I'm going to go make some food and then keep working on this video. But that's pretty much all I have to say for you guys today. I will see you next week where if I can't work out how to get this whole, streaming a tier list thing going, we'll just do something else and save that for the week after. But yeah, tell me if next time what blind bags you want me to try and get, and I will see if they're readily available to me. The Ryan mystery boxes, the mystery is whether or not you're actually going to get the figure. I'm definitely going to try and pick up some more of those to do on a stream, because those were really fun. But, yeah, that just about wraps it up for today. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see ya real soon. Oh dear, I can't see a thing.